Man, so it's been 4 years since the last E3. E3 2021 was the last big gaming event. And you had Ubisoft, Gearbox, Microsoft, Bethesda, Square Enix, PC Gaming Show, Capcom, Nintendo. All these developers just showing off the new games for that's coming out, whether it was in the fall, leading up into the Christmas holiday, or into the next year. Every year we sat back just waiting on this one event to happen to find out, what's coming. We had our guesses. We kind of knew beforehand that we was going to get a Call of Duty or something like that to come out. But you could not wait for E3 weekend, especially when G4 was around, man. It was so huge. Things just are not the same. But this weekend, man, we had the Summer of Games event 2025. We're just trying to keep that whole video game press conference over the summer alive and well. While they do a great job of trying to give us that same feeling, it is just not the same, man. We just had the state of play from PlayStation. You also got State of Unreal, the Summer Game Fest, Day of Devs, and the Xbox Game Showcase, along with some others, man. But it's just not the same anymore. Now, there were some games that, got announced that we saw some nice new trailers for that, kind of intrigued me a little bit. But there was just nothing coming out of there that I was like, oh my gosh, I absolutely got to have that. But like I said, there was some great stuff that we saw from 007, the Gears of War remaster, Death Stranding 2, Dying Like the Beast, Mafia the Old Country, Mind's Eye, Hitman World of Assassination, Resident Evil Requiem, Street Fighter 6 Year 3 characters, and how could I not forget the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection? So many great titles came out, but there was nothing, absolutely nothing that made me feel like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait for this game. Are they going to give us a demo? Did we get anything early access, beta, anything? I just did not feel like that this year. And I know sitting watching the state of play from PlayStation on, what was that, Thursday or Friday? I'm looking at the chat and I'm just seeing everybody saying, man, this is mid. I'm pretty much underwhelmed by this. Why is there so many Japanese games? But that goes without question. It's Sony. What do you expect? But man, was I a little bit underwhelmed watching that PlayStation State of Play. But I said, you know what? I got time. Xbox is coming up on Sunday. Maybe they'll come save the day. Then came Sunday. And while this was much longer than the PlayStation State of Play, Microsoft came in at I believe it was about 2 hours long. But once again, I'm sitting here like, man, where's the game that's just going to wow me, that makes me want to buy a new system? Years ago when I first saw Titanfall, when the Xbox One came out, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get an Xbox One because I got to play Titanfall. What game was going to make me feel like that? After 2 hours, there was absolutely nothing. So once again, right after that, it was time. I had to find out, am I the only one that feels like this? Because yes, it can be just me. I'm sure there's tons of people that were floored by what they see. They can't wait. There's people that feel like, they seen that Xbox handheld and they're like, you know what? No matter the price, I'm grabbing it. I'm a true fan of gaming. Give it all to me. I can't wait. 4K D-Ray did not feel that way. So I had to peruse Reddit, different forums to find out what was people thinking about this. Did they feel how I did, or was I just losing my mind? Am I the minority here or what? So I went online. I started reading some of the comments. Let's get into them. We got one person that said that was a great state of play. A solid B for the Clockwork Revolution, The Outer Worlds 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, Persona 4R, and Beast of Reincarnation. Another one, it was an A for me, easy. Yes, missing some things like Fable, but 80% of the games looked awesome. Easily the best showcase of SGF. It was solid, but definitely disappointed. We got another person that says this was easily the worst show I have ever watched, not just from Xbox, but any media at all. My girlfriend made me watch the Beautification and the Beast last weekend, and that was better than this. We got another person that says D, pretty mid. Meat Boy was cool though. Here's another one. Xbox gets an A. Sony brought the East with a sprinkle of the West, and now Xbox brought the West with a sprinkle of the East. Perfectly balanced. Both had a great selection of reveals and games this year. Giving it a B for actually showing some new and cool games I want to play. Just terrible. I cannot believe they ended on Call of Duty. One more thing. Madden 26, this shit comes out every year. You ended on Call of Duty? Yeah, we know, guys. Outside of Meat Boy 3D and NG4, nothing I'm interested in that I don't have. or want. Here's another guy that says, no Gears, no Fable, no Perfect Dark. WTF, but I'm interested in that handheld though. My jaw hit the floor when they said we got one final game for you, because I realized that they weren't showing Fable nor Perfect Dark. Those games have been in development hell at this juncture, because otherwise what the hell is going on? Terrible show. So based on my research, if we was grading it, it looks like most people are giving it around a B or a C, that this show was just average. So I know I can't be in the minority here and say that, man, I definitely miss E3. I miss G4 TV. Those days are just gone. So you guys, this was just a quick little rant on what I thought about the Summer Game Fest. While I'm still happy that we are getting events like this, man, I just wish we could go back to the old days. But you guys, sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about the Summer Gaming Fest 2025, man. Let me know what you're anticipating, what your thoughts are coming out of this weekend shows. And last but not least, let me know what y'all think the price of that Xbox handheld is gonna be, because I'm seeing anywhere from $650 to $750. That is crazy.